Good evening, everyone, from Iron Horse Pulling Team. Been just wanting to kind of give you guys a good update. I know I haven't made any videos in quite a while. We've been busy and thought I'd kind of give you a little idea what's been going on here at the shop. And we actually got a nice place to work on vehicles now, even though it dubs as my wife's garage also. But she'll live with it. She'll be happy. She's got a heated garage now. So just to give you some update on the vehicles, we'll go through the tractor. I don't have it in here. It's all out in the other shed. We had that shed's about ready to fall down, and it sure is nice to get moved into this garage. We still got a lot to do. I tell you, I bought these $200 Amazon LED lights. Man, these things are really bright. I wouldn't shy away from them if anybody buys them things. They work really good, and they all hook together. I think you can hook up to 3 or 4 together. But here we go. We'll get to the vehicle. So on the tractor, we've got all the motor stuff at the machine shop. It is being worked on and hopefully be done. The camshaft, we were going to go to a full roller profile on the camshaft. That did not work out because of the inability to get cam blanks for the coming stuff right now. So we are going to go to a regrind flat tappet like we had in there before. I'm not going to wait around to see until it gets in there. We're just gonna put in the better lifters in it and run the flat, get a regrind flat tappet. All that stuff's been set to Larry Blackburn for the regrind. We've got all the materials, all the parts are here. Everything is here except for like the stuff at the machine shop. The block is getting a new girdle put on it, getting the cam bearings put in it, getting bored. All the rods being checked. We destroyed one rod, so we have to buy at least one rod, and them rods are not cheap. I think they run about $700 a piece. So I hope that's all they are now. Who knows with these days? I just bought a new set of Manton push rods for that tractor, and last year them push rods cost me, I think, right around $289 for 12, and I just bought 6, and they were over $300 for the same thing. So prices went up on a lot of stuff, but I'm feeling really good about stuff getting done. I kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel on getting the tractor back on all 4 wheels. I'm really getting excited for this summer. We are going to strictly probably just stay in Iowa most of the summer. We'll hook some outlaw events. I don't know, we might hook with some just Mid-America Pullers Association. I don't know where we're going to hook yet. We're not going to do a lot of traveling. I think the price of fuel is going to be an issue. And plus I'm not running for points. We're running to have fun. So, but we'll get the tractor back together. And we'll go from there. The tractor is, like I said, all the parts will be here. I'd say probably everything will start coming back in the next month. The head, we already picked up the new head, which is the old head rebuilt. Just to give you an idea, when we blew that up in June, I called Hall's Head Porting and say, hey, I need another set of valves. And he says, well, I need about 100 sets of valves. He had over 100 sets of valves on back order, the Iconol valves. And it's just nuts. But about November, the end of November, he finally got his shipment in to where he could start making valves. And so he got my valves made. And we got them to the machine shop, and we redid the head, and the head's ready to go. It's actually in the house. So having this nice garage, I'll be able to get some of them parts out of the house and get them out here to where they're not laying on the ground in the house and my wife tripping over them, getting mad at me and that kind of stuff. So we'll move over to the truck. As you know, the truck was giving me a lot of fits last year. We were trying to get it ready to go. Last year, we just struggled. Couldn't get this thing to run. Now, that little disclaimer here, this thing still hasn't ran, but I feel a lot better about being it running. What we ended up doing is I just pulled the fuel system off of it, sent it to Alky Digger. I said, flow this pump. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what this thing is flowing. They called me back a couple weeks later and said, your pump's only flowing about 4 gallons per minute, and you need to be about 6.5. So we hope that was a lot of the problem. Another issue we found today is I run a dash 12 fuel line back to the tank, and the tank sits back here in the back of the bed here. And I had a loop in it. Well, I don't know when that the loop was too much and it ended up kinking. So I'm hoping that was part of the problem too, is we had a kink in the fuel line, and that was starving it for fuel. So hopefully I got the fuel lines fixed. As you can see, we've got a brand new Waterman pump on it. And then there was some other things that they said I probably had wrong on this thing. For example, we weren't running this valve here, which is they don't call it a lean out valve, but it is a lean out valve. There's a pill in there, and that's on these naturally aspirated motors with just single injectors. This is how you tune here's how you tune your motor. You got a pill in here. That pill tells you how much return that goes back, so you can either lean it or fatten it out by changing the pills in here. So we had that done. They rebuilt the distribution block, put all new parts in the distribution block. So we should have the fuel system ready to go. I've got it all kind of set, timed right now, so when we can get ready to fire it up. My friend Jeff Paulson's coming over. He's got a flow tester. We need they do what they call a leak down on these valves. So what they do is you hook some gauges up to it and you push some air through it, and I don't know quite how the gauges read, but my paperwork that came with everything said I need to be at a 30% leak down on this. So what it is they will sit there, we will change this, move it up, down here to decide how far open or closed we want the valve at an idle. And ideally they want you at 30%. So he's got to bring his gauges over. We got to hook that up, and then that will be able, then we get that right, then we can fire it up. So the motor wise, everything is together. We got the mag installed. I've got to do something to keep the mag from twisting in here, because these things, like if you look at a lot of tractors, they'll have braces or something on them, because just the torque and everything, these mags like to slip in there a little bit. So we've got to do that, and then that should cover the engine compartment up. As we go inside here, this was actually a blown motor, two-wheel drive at one time. So there was no clutch pedal. There was no transmission in this. So there's a 2-speed underneath the seat. There's no neutral in that. Off the bell housing up there, we have a reverser, and that reverser is just strictly for putting this thing in neutral, reverse, or go forward gear. That's how you shift it. You just push your foot on that lever, push it front, push it back. I won't do any shifting down here unless we want to change the gearing on this. And then it's got a set of quick change gears in the back that we can change also on top of that. So it's really easy to change the gearing in this thing. Then we had to put a clutch pedal in it. So we put a clutch pedal in it, and then all these pedals were up on top of the frame, and it was very, very uncomfortable. So I put a floorboard in this thing, got all the pedals down there. I'm trying to make it more comfortable to drive. It feels a lot better in here. I've got to get all the neutral switches, the reverse switch done. That's the next project after we get that. And then we got to get all new fuel shutoffs ran to it, and throttle assemblies ran to it. So that's where we're at on the truck. It sounds like a lot, but really, I really don't see much left to do on this. It's just a lot of little things to tidy up and finish up. And if this thing fires and runs, it won't be in here much longer. We'll be able to get it pulled out, get it kind of maybe probably just put it in the back of the trailer and let it sit in the back of the trailer while we get the tractor up here next and get the motor built in here. And it'll sure be nice to build the motor in here, and out of the dust and dirt and all that good stuff, and get all the parts up here and get them going and get them cleaned. But no, we're really looking forward to seeing everyone this summer. We're going to travel, but we're not going to do a lot of traveling. But we'll be out and about somewhere, and hope to see everybody this summer. I appreciate it. You guys have a great year, and we really look forward to seeing everybody this summer. Thanks. Bye.